On to the next topic. Summer League takeaways. What have been your biggest takeaways in Summer League so far?
All right, so I'll start. Summer League, everybody's been going crazy about Summer League. You get your first reactions. So I guess my first reaction is Jabari Smith cannot dribble the ball. My goodness,
It was
it's
ugly.
actually really bad that he
ugly.
can't dribble. He has no creation ability. He can barely dribble the ball up the court. He fumbles the ball a lot. But this is just reaction. He's a 4, so he'll eventually learn more ball handling ability. Number 2, Caleb Houston is a fucking incredible catch and shoot player. Maybe Michigan was holding him back. Maybe the spacing in the NBA has changed, but he showed he can really stroke that ball. And number 3, my final one, I gotta show Chi-Town some love. Dalen Terry getting the run at the point guard position. He was playing the 1 and he looked incredible. He was making the perfect reads. He was making difficult passes. He was running a great pick and roll. So those are my 3 guys. I got Jabari Smith can't dribble. Caleb Houston is a really great catch and shoot player, and Dalen Terry is an incredible point guard.
So I'm just going to talk about the big guys because they're the ones that, people are looking out for. You check Holmgren, the attention that he draws on social media, Paolo Banchero, of course, and Jaden Ivey. My takeaways from them are that, one, you have one night, Chet Holmgren is just blowing up social media. He's having an unbelievable game. He has 6 blocks, over 20 points. He was fantastic from shooting the ball from deep as well. And then the next time you see him, it's just night and day, the conversations on social media. It's just off that alone, another takeaway of mine is it's Summer League. There's no reason to overreact.
It's college 2.0.
That is so perfectly said. There is nothing to really analyze outside of lineups like my friend Joel enlightened me on last season, but barely at that. There's no reason to look at these games and overreact. Once it comes to actual NBA regular season, that's when we can evaluate these guys. Like, I was super excited to see Ivy come out and ball and drop 20 points, 6 assists. He looked good.
From his mama.
100%. He looked elusive. He looked like he was easily getting to the basket and scoring. Banchero, his jump shot was a lot better than what I was anticipating seeing off rip. But again, this is one game. This is what my takeaway is. But at the same time, I'm not trying to overreact to a Summer League game.
Well, I am. The one game showed me that Paolo Banchero should have easily been the number 1 overall pick.
He's him.
There's no doubt about it.
He's him.
People might say that's an overreaction, but I think Paolo Banchero showed that he clears Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith, my biggest problem, I'll actually get to that when I get into my next point. Paolo Banchero had the most offensive upside of any player in the draft, especially within the top 3 of Jabari and Chet. Defensively, Chet Holmgren is the player that had the most defensive upside. But Paolo Banchero, when he decides to lock in and play defense, he can play defense too. And we know that this is a wings league. There's a reason why I put $10 on Paolo Banchero to be the first overall pick. Is because I believe that he was the best player in the draft and the Magic should have taken him. And that's what they did. And I think yesterday showed that was the right decision because he had a phenomenal game. And what impressed me the most was his passing and the passes that he was making in the game. My other takeaway is that Jabari Smith is going to really struggle with the Rockets if they don't get a true point guard. Rockets fans are hoping it's KPJ or it's Jalen Green. Jalen Green can at least set him up somewhat. I don't think Kevin Porter Jr. is a true point guard. I don't think he'll ever become that, sadly. That's just me projecting. I think he's a 2 guard, and that's his natural position. And I don't believe that Jabari Smith is going to benefit much from playing with that backcourt. I feel like he would have been much better suited playing with someone like Josh Giddey, SGA in OKC, or Orlando with Markelle Fultz, because Markelle, when he plays, he's a phenomenal playmaker. So that would have been a better situation for him. And outside of that, just Keegan Murray. I think Keegan Murray, everybody crucifying the pick on draft night, for him to come out and have 2 big-time games where he scored over 20 points, I think was big for him and his confidence. And also with Houston, I love Josh Christopher and Tari Eason's energy. I think Tari Eason really showed a lot in the Summer League game. And It's happening today. I didn't get to watch the games, but Benedict Mathurin just had 23 points. Bryce McGowan's had 17. Quentin Grimes had 25 and 8. So people are showing out in Summer League right now, and Jaden Hardy, can't forget about him. 25-point game. He slipped all the way to the second round. This is also another overreaction for Summer League. Just from me watching, I know Shaden Sharp exited early with a shoulder injury, but it doesn't really feel like Shaden Sharp likes playing basketball much. That's just from a reactionary standpoint. The way he walks, his demeanor, it really feels like he did not care at all. And I felt like for somebody who's missed out on an entire year of basketball, for you to finally go in an organized game to show your skill against players in your draft class, to showcase your skill against Jaden Ivey, who was the top shooting guard prospect, the way he came out in the game, I think, was very flat. Obviously, he exited very early due to injury, but just from the minutes that I saw from him, I really didn't feel like he had much of a desire to even be out there. And that was my biggest concern for him coming into the draft.
What was your outlook on Jabari? Because I've seen a lot of people talk about him. I never thought he had the lowest.
Said Jaren Jackson Jr.
I never thought he had the highest floor, and I didn't even think he was a top 3 prospect, honestly. But you think he could be Jaren Jackson? That's like your comp for him?
Yeah, offensively. Defensively, I don't think he's Jaren Jackson, but offensively, that's who I see Jabari being, more of a Jaren Jackson, so a complimentary player. I don't see Jabari being a star.
Yeah.
Like a superstar at least, Maybe he can be a star, but there was a stat that he shot like 40% from the 2-point range, which was the lowest of any prospect picked in the top 10 in like the last 20 years.
It takes a lot. He took a lot of hard shots in college. So I don't know. I was never high on him. So,
well, that's good because it's a perfect segue into this next topic.
Ivy guy.
Ivy, I'm all in on Ivy. I'm all in on Ivy.
He just got that.
He's lit. He's lit.
He the dude for real.
Surprisingly, you're low on Detroit though.
He's not. I mean,
see what this guy does.
I guess. You
don't think they can sneak into the play-in
in the East? I think no. You know what? I'm not even gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna let you know when we do off-season previews.
Nice.
So based on your answer, it's a yes.
No comment.
Do you think they can be better than the Knicks?
I'm gonna tell you on my off-season previews. I'm not gonna give. Oh, better than the Knicks? Oh yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Well, the Knicks will be a close to a playing team.
No, you won't.
I'm just cashing all the money that I won on my bets today.
I actually didn't. I actually bet. I have to see if I won them or not.
How much did you win?
Well, on every app that we work with, I actually
You won on all of them?
yes.
Oh wow!
Because I put it on the same bet. I put on the Yankees to win by 2 runs, and we smoked the Red Sox tonight. Only one app actually I didn't put money on it. I just put it on something different because there was a boost. But I think tonight I made like 140.
Nice. I'm about to see how much I made in a few.